Hey guys, what's up? JP here. Welcome to Trading with JP. In today's video, we're going to talk about Litecoin. So it reached an all-time high of almost $400, or actually I think a little over $400 back in like May or June, but crashed super hard. It's having a hard time staying above 200, and everyone wants to know, will it ever get back to that point? So in today's video, we're going to try to answer that question and do what we do best and create an analysis and figure out what our best price prediction is for Litecoin and when or how long it might take to get back to that $400 mark. But before we do that, do me a favor, smash that like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel to make sure that you don't miss any other future price predictions. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some charts.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the video. So now that we've got Litecoin opened up in TradingView, and again, if you're not using TradingView, I highly recommend that you use that second link in the description. Sign up for TradingView 100% free. In fact, everything that you see in this video will be on the free version. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some Litecoin. So we had this all-time, or this very near all-time high of over $400 back in May, but ever since we've been struggling to reclaim that position, and we're starting to have a pretty good run up right now. So we can we can see that this is continuing to go the definition of an uptrend. So we came off of a big sell-off, and now we've had our high followed by a new lower or a new higher low to a new higher high. And now we are right here at this very crucial moment of this low. So if this indeed is going to be a line of resistance, and we could potentially see this price to continue to keep going upwards. However, if we see this go a little bit lower, possibly, what I would be looking at would probably be something along let's see here. Down here seems to be a pretty high level of support. So you can see, here we gained some support, here, we came back, we saw some resistance, we saw some support here. Again, we saw some support going up, came back to these spots where we saw some support. So I would say, maybe down here about the $120 mark is going to be probably where I would say that this may continue to keep going. If that were the case, though, we would have broken a new lowered low. So that could show that we are maybe more of in a consolidation period rather than an uptrend. So it's a little hard to gauge exactly where we're going right now. If I zoom in a little bit here, what I would be potentially looking at is for a price prediction if we use our trend-based fib extension. So let's say we had this run. Well, let's actually go ahead and do it from down here. So, our low to our high, and if we find support at this level right here that we're kind of currently at, or at the bottom of this candlestick, about the 140 level, that would shape us up to continue to stay in this potential area, right here where we're going to see some resistance. We may come back down. Hopefully that this was going to end up being maybe a kind of double bottom scenario where this over the next week or so could actually potentially go up to the next level, this 0.382 support level, or resistance level rather. And then we're probably going to come back down, retest this to 0.236 level. And we continue to keep going in that wave. Now we're going to pass 3.2 up to the 0.618, and we continue to keep making this trend if indeed we do end up entering this type of market. So as we kind of just keep plotting everything out of where our resistance lines are, we typically want to try to take it somewhere between 1 and 1.618 is typically, where I'm looking at. So, 1 is a little bit more of a conservative approach. Of course, 1.618 is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive approach. But the way things are setting up right now, again, if you kind of even all the way down here, we could potentially put this trend line out and let's say, it's a little bit like this. So, we went a little bit below the trend line, but we saw that momentum continuing to keep going up where we're creating higher highs. So we could potentially see this play out, that we do continue indeed to see a price run up. If this were the case, I would be looking at something along the lines of potentially by July we could be into that $400 mark again. A little bit more of a conservative bet, I would say. Maybe May we're looking at about that $320 mark again, which looking at the graph, I would probably expect quite a bit of resistance at that level if it does break up. I'm not very confident that it would go up to the 1.618 level, but all in all, things for Litecoin do seem to be moving in a relatively good pattern. This sell-off is typically expected. We really can't break this low, otherwise it could indicate a reversal if that were the case, and we did end up having some sort of reversal. Again, I would be looking at maybe about this $105 mark, somewhere between maybe $115 to $100 for our next level of support. And if we were to go any lower, that would be a very bad sign for Litecoin. But I know, Litecoin just partnered up with Visa. They've got a lot of good things going on. So I think that this, the market today or over the last couple days, last week, has seen a pretty big crash, and Litecoin is no exception to that. But all in all, I have a fairly bullish outlook on Litecoin. I do think that it has the opportunity to continue to keep rising and to potentially break that all-time high. It's definitely going to take a little bit of time though. But from an entry standpoint, this may not be necessarily a bad time to enter the market, or maybe see some looking at some selling pressure over the next week, or I'm sorry, some buying pressure over the next week, and see if we can get to this 3.82 level, bounce back down, and maybe enter right here at the top of the 0.236, as long as we see some buying pressure indicating that we could jump up to this next level. So ultimately, that is what I am thinking is going to happen for Litecoin. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, do me a favor, smash that like button, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on any other future price predictions. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.